Good morning, everyone. So this is my privilege and honor to introduce my beloved sir, Dr. Harish Shetty. We belong to the same alma mater, that is JSMC KMH, and we know on personal front a lot about each other. So to start with the formal introduction, he is the obviously psychiatrist with extensive experience in the field of mental health, especially when it comes to disasters like Latur earthquake or Kandla cyclone, Gujarat earthquake or Gujarat riots. He also has provided mental health intervention to seafarers after they released from the clutches of Somalian pirates. He has extensive experience in school mental health also along with all these activities. He is a governing body member of the NTA appointed by the government of India. He is also ex-consultant at the Sevadan Addiction Center and National Addiction Research Center. And he has done a lot of commendable work to abolish the segregation practiced in the schools. He also trains multiple school teachers continuously since 2 decades on mental health and education. Along with that, I would also like to add, because many of you are not aware, but he is the one of the person, Dr. Harish Shetty, because of which the High Court of Bombay has ordered to have learning disability centers at the every district hospitals, which is catering to a lot of needy people. So he is being very instrumental in that thing to have that implemented in the community level. So without wasting much time, because we know it is the COVID is affecting each and everyone, as long as the apart from physical health, psychological health is very important. It is being very much affected by everyone. So I think Harish Shetty sir is the best person to enlighten all of us about the mental health aspects of COVID-19. So I will hand over to the Harish Shetty sir. Sir, please proceed with the presentation.
My gratitude to the Research Society of BJM Medical College. I'm so grateful that you've located mental health in a conference, and on behalf of all mental health professionals across the country, we are really thankful. Happy to be with Nitin Abhivant, head of the Department of Psychiatry, one of the best psychiatrists in the country and a leader in the field of mental health. I'm happy to be with the gentleman adjacent to Nitin Abhivant, also for assisting Nitin in chairing the session. Let me start with the background. The first background is just before the COVID epidemic, Ministry of Health released data about mental illness in the country. 1 out of 7 Indians are mentally ill. 20 crore Indians are mentally ill. And around that time, a little before, the National Crime Research Bureau released a data which says that 1 out of 3 reasons for ending one's life in India is our family problems. 1 out of 4 people who harm themselves and end their lives are daily wage laborers. 7 out of 10 of those who harm their lives and end their lives have attained education only up to SSC. So these are the facts and figures, and we had COVID. Well, after sharing this data, I would like to say the human race has been extremely inspirational, innovative. In 1 week, we understood the virus, the sequencing, and in 1 year, we had the vaccine. Yes, experimental vaccine. Life is all about the best available. And the best available vaccine is the best vaccine for us today. We should not wait for the ideal vaccine. We don't wait for an ideal spouse. We don't wait for an ideal prime minister. We vote for somebody who's better than the rest. We marry somebody who's at that point of time the best suited. So that's why I would appeal to every doctor to take a vaccine. Do you know how many healthcare doctors have taken the vaccine in the country? 21% till 19th of April. And how many healthcare workers have taken the vaccine? 31%. Data presented to the Prime Minister on the 19th April by Niti Aayog. As Pankti is helping me with the slides, she'll put the title slide now. But the third important factor and the background is the second wave. Don't blame the government for the second wave. It's our nature. We declare victory much early. Hum jeet gaye. We declare it very early. We did it. We did that 1,000 years ago, and that's why the Mughal rule came to India. We did not kill Muhammad Ghori. We beat him, we defeated him, but we did not kill him. The fourth thing is hats off to all the healthcare workers. No hospital has been closed. We have been fighting missiles with sticks, but we are still on the game. With this background, I would like to share that there are many challenges, many solutions, and little data. A lot of surveys have been done, and most of the health surveys give us preliminary information about what's happening around in mental health. Pankti will change the slide when I raise my palm, right palm. Yeah. So, summary of studies, mental health implications of COVID pandemic and response, and it's in India, was basically a review of studies, and that showed that in this order, stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, denial, anger, and fear were the most important symptoms. Remember those days when COVID came? Three symptoms we were always sharing: fear of the virus, fear of infection, fear of death, and uncertainty about the future. So these were the symptoms which we saw very early as the virus came into existence. But the challenges are so many. How many of you all know that hundreds of people have died and their loved ones saw them dying for want of oxygen, beds, and also medicine? Can you imagine this state? Remember, many of us have experienced our close relatives gasping and then dying in ICUs, but when care was available. Here, you have a large number of people actually losing their lives in front of family members who love them. And what will that cause? That will cause guilt, number one, and that will cause sadness and anger. And will this last throughout life? Yes, it will last throughout life. They will blame themselves, they'll be sad throughout life, and they'll be extremely angry at the establishment. So what do we do? And what do we do is extremely important. Let every department of psychiatry, and this mental health is too important to be left to mental health professionals alone. It's the responsibility of the entire community. It's the responsibility of all fields of medicine. So what is very important is, even if we do not get the numbers of how many died, gasping in front of the family members, we should make an attempt. Every department of psychiatry, every private psychiatrist, West Zone, Indian Psychiatric Society, Pune Psychiatric Society should reach out and find out how many of them live in the city of Pune or in Maharashtra. Get a gang of community workers, NGOs, psychologists, and mental professionals and offer counseling support immediately. Do not wait for them to come to your OPD. Do not wait for them to come to your clinics. Let us not say that te aale nahi, stigma hai, grief hai, yenar nahi te. We need to reach out to this big population of those who have lost their loved ones in front of their own eyes, gasping for breath. And what do we anticipate if we do not actually intervene? I have worked at Latur after the earthquake, Kandla after the cyclone, riots in Gujarat, have evaluated disaster management techniques of mental health across the country. If we do not intervene early, let me say, we'll have post-traumatic stress disorder with depression, we'll have suicides, we'll have panic attacks and anxiety across life. Early treatment, whether it's alcoholism, diarrhea, or mental illness, it has to be. Now, do we expect the state to do it? No, because country and the states, for them, mental health is invisible. A few protocols, couple of helplines, asking demands to do something is over. Have you seen any politician, any IAS officer giving any lip service to mental health? No, so it's our responsibility. And let us reach out, get the numbers, let us provide community support, counseling support, psychiatric support if necessary, and let BJ Medical College start a COVID OPD with a physician and a psychiatrist. Extremely important. And that is the most important challenge in today's days. Thank you, Pankti, for being so alert. So there's another study, 4 countries on resilience. And here, economic factors were also important. And see this, USA was supposed to be the most resilient. European states were supposed to be the most resilient, second. And third, Pakistan was supposed to be more resilient than India, Indonesia coming last. I would not give much credence to this study, but one variable which was very important is economic state of the person. There have been a lot of limitations of this study. And as we move ahead, the next challenge is trauma among those who have lost their loved ones due to COVID is huge. Those who have received treatment, those who have died in domes, in hospitals, in small nursing homes. And I'll tell you, I'll share an incident with you. I lost my auntie a few days ago. I cremated her. We were only 2 of us in the crematorium. Everybody was positive, so they were all either in the hospital or at home. Let me tell you from my personal experience, I could not see her once she was hospitalized. I could call her up, but I could not do anything. This loss and this closure is so difficult, extremely difficult. So what do? Here we have numbers because the Pune Municipal Corporation, the Maharashtra state will have numbers. Why did the state not start a mental health task force? Why did the Prime Minister and the central government not initiate a mental health task force? Or if they've started, they're invisible. So do not wait, Nitin Abhivant. Do not wait, BJ Medical College or all medical colleges. Form your own task force. It's not necessary for the government to form a task force. Get the figures from the government. If they don't give you, write an RTI. If you don't get from an RTI, file a PIL and get those numbers. And again, reach out to them because the commonest symptoms post-COVID recovery is panic attacks. I had a surgeon who said that I could not sleep. I cannot sleep. I'm recovered, but I cannot sleep. I get up at night with a panic attack. And I asked him, why is the panic attack? He said, I see in front of my eyes, I was in the ICU, I see people wearing clothes of Star Wars. I see bodies being taken away. I have all these images, and these images comes to me like nightmares. When I told him, you may not get well with psychological treatment, you may need psychiatric treatment, he took 1 month to accept that treatment, but he recovered. Panic attacks, post-traumatic stress disorder, and burning sensation across the body is a very common symptom among those who have been in the hospital, apart from all other symptoms. And most of the time, they receive pregabalin from a physician, and that does not work. Amitriptyline works. Antidepressant works. The 4th symptom is survivor guilt. Why am I alive and why did my wife die? Why am I alive and why did my husband die? Extremely common. I should have died. Beyond depression, there are so many patients who have recovered from COVID coming with suicidal thoughts and suicidal ideas. Florid major depressive disorders. So what do? Can we leave them alone? Can we wait for the state to act? State or the center, they have no vision for mental health. Few SOPs, couple of helplines cannot manage the mental health burden of the state. Access data, form groups, allot families. There could be at least 100 NGOs who are willing to work in mental health in the state of Maharashtra. Don't wait for only qualified counselors. Some of them may need only simple listening. So we need a hierarchy of professionals, just like we have a ward boy, a nurse, a resident doctor, a lecturer, an associate professor, and a professor. In mental health, we need a hierarchy of professionals, simple listening, ventilation and support, a little psychotherapy, and psychiatrists for medications. Allot families, evaluate and assess them, intervene. It's high time that associations, Indian Medical Association, all other associations form their own groups to actually provide mental health relief. And in these groups, you need to have physicians, gynecologists, and pediatricians. So let us organize this. Indians cannot create a structure. V.S. Naipaul always said that Indians don't cast a shadow. They like to work under somebody's shadow. They wait for others to initiate. Then they would join the team. But time has come in Atmanirbhar Bharat, in Naya Bharat, to take the initiative and actually move ahead. Another study which is extremely, I mean, this is again a meta-analysis of a lot of studies across the world, and they show three things which have worked and which can work. One is if families are provided safety in their minds, corona घरापाशी येणार नाही, उडून येत नाही, ड्रोन नाही, जबरदस्ती तुमचं तोंडात जात नाही, and if you build social networks, things work. And I'll give an example. A lot of people in the second wave have fear, and fear would mean they become numb. I still remember, and this is very common, I shared a death of a psychiatrist with a very senior spiritual guru whose son is admitted for psychiatric illness. He did not, and this death of the psychiatrist, the same psychiatrist was treating that boy. He did not even blink. He was asking, then he said, then we should find another psychiatrist for my son. He never shared any sadness, not a word of consolation. And this happened to a lot of people. Fear causes numbness. It causes apathy. It causes apathy because when somebody dies, you don't feel sad about that person. You feel something can happen to you and you can also die. We need to break this apathy, which means the only way to break this apathy is social networks. Encourage people to talk to their loved ones, not to share the oxygen shortage, not to share the lack of remdesivir, not to share the lack of beds. It makes no sense, but to share positivity across all groups. To share positivity, and it has been proved in a limited fashion that social networks helps mental health. Non-psychiatric interventions have been also very useful. People listening to those who have lost their members of the family also has been very good. Again, having said this, there are a bunch of positive warriors, including me, who reframe everything and say death rate is only less than 2%. So many lakhs have gone home, but for that person where there has been a death in the family, it is 100%. So that's why they need intervention. This is a very big challenge we need to really take care of. And non-psychiatric intervention would be in family members helping each other. And this is a point which I need to really make very strongly. So safety, social networks, and non-psychiatric interventions. The third challenge, ICMR is all over. They've conducted studies in different locations to check herd immunity and zero prevalence. What happens after a pandemic? Mind and body both are affected, but not a single prevalence of psychological disorder in any location. I do not want surveys of Google Forms anymore. In my house, BMC has knocked 3-4 times checking the oxygen among families, among my family, where there are more senior citizens in every house. And that's the beautiful thing MCGM has been doing in Bombay. But these healthcare workers can be trained to screen for anxiety, depression, and other disorders. Mental health science is not rocket science. If you can treat malaria through an Anganwadi worker, we can screen mental illness through a health worker. And why is it not done? This is a big challenge for the psychiatric fraternity, to the mental health groups in the country. ICMR has conducted studies and continuously does it all the time to check herd immunity and zero prevalence. But checking for mental health, morbidity, the center and the state has not done anything. And what do we do here? What is very important is we need to meet VK Paul. He is the health eyes and ears of the Prime Minister, Niti Aayog. And we need to tell him this has to be done. I'm writing to him. I got an acknowledgement to a letter. I will again write to him. But it is not a one-man's job. We all need to write. Human being is a social animal, but psychiatrists are powerful social animals. Nitin, you're listening? You need to write to Niti Aayog about all this, and you need to see to it that we really need to look at this. Independent assessments and not surveys. And what is the future planning? Future planning is consistent longitudinal survey, consistent follow-ups, and of course, interventions at a very early time. As we move to the next data point, poverty is a very important risk factor. In fact, there's a study done across 4 countries. One is Peru, Ethiopia, Vietnam, and India. And it has been proved beyond doubt that poverty and mental illness are bidirectionally impactful. Poverty causes increase in mental illness causes increase in poverty. And economic loss is a very important risk factor. The Lancet Commission on Global Mental Health also has said that poverty is a great risk factor and a very important point. And again, I would say that the National Crime Research Bureau NCRB report of 2019 says 1 out of 4 people who end their life by suicide are migrant laborers. And my son asked me yesterday, Daddy, you know what happens when you do work from home? The sweepers and the chaiwalas lose their jobs. They can't give you chai from home. The sweepers do not have any access to your office to clean, and they lose their jobs. And that is something which is very important. Let us be equitable when it comes to providing health intervention, health security. All the MBBS doctors who are listening to this show, let me tell you, let us be equitable. In democracy, people are not equal. Let me give you a pecking order for the beds and oxygen in India. First, MPs and MLAs, not all politicians. Remember that. Number 2, IAS, IPS, IRS, and IFS officers get the bed and oxygen. Number 3, doctors, not all doctors, elite doctors get the best beds and oxygen. Number 4, the rest. This is what is happening in India. Have you heard any minister, MP, or MLA dying because he did not get oxygen, he did not get a bed, or he did not get an injection? That is what India is. It's the bourgeois which gets the facilities. We need all medical doctors who are graduating should understand that health intervention has to be equitable as far as possible. The next challenge is, I conducted a lot of live workshops in the hospitals for ward boys, for nurses. We call ward boys housekeeping staff and nurses and doctors for prevention of burnout. Let me share a small example. The housekeeping staff told me, I asked them, why are you working in this zone? It's very risky. And they said 2 important things, and they're very touching. One said, half of them said, we have no choice because the husbands are all alcoholics and they're not working. The second half said, we are working because we find meaning in life. Punya itsa kama hai. And I was touched. Tears came into my eyes. I was really touched. Nurses were very scared. In the initial phase, the anxiety was to move away from the patient and to speak to the patient from far. And I thought all my patients were admitted not to ask the nurse, how am I? But ask the nurse, how are you? And when the patient asks, how are you? The nurse comes closer. When the patient asks the ICU doctor, how are you? They talk more to the patient. That is one important intervention they taught all patients inside the ICU or inside the wards. Among the doctors, the frustration was, 2 वर्ष झाले OT मध्ये गेलोच नाही मी, MS करतोय जनरल सर्जरी, DNB करतोय जनरल सर्जरी, कसं काय मी डॉक्टर होणार? मी अजूनपर्यंत एक डिलिव्हरी नाही केला, हिस्टेक्टॉमी सोडा, काय करायचं? And parents also say, माझं मुलाचं भवितव्य काय होणार? आणि रिसर्च सोसायटीचं भाषणात मराठी बोलणं माफी मागत नाही, बोललं पाहिजे केव्हा केव्हा, कारण ही सगळी गोष्टी अंग्रेजीमध्ये आपण एक्सप्लेन पण करू शकत नाही. So I told them, I sat down with them, I heard them out. I said, I know that I can't understand you because I finished my MD. I'm at a privileged position and you say that you don't know how I feel. I said, I understand that, but remember one thing, the world is in a state of pause. Pause button ahe. Let us not kill our dreams. Let's postpone our dreams, preserve our dreams, and protect our dreams. आज तो OT मध्ये गेलं नसेल तर 2 वर्ष तुझं आयुष्य पोस्टपोन झालं समज, बर्थ डेट तुझा 2 वर्ष पुढे गेला आणि काही होणार नाही, पुण्याईचं काम करतोय तो. And what is very important is the way will come and go, but you will change. And what you have learned across time is something which is so valuable that your grandchildren will talk about it 100 years from now. You will be, your experience will be institutional memory. Your experience will be something which will be written in history. It will be shared with school kids in schools after 40, 50 years. तरी पण some people said, no doctor, this is okay, but माझं कटिंग काय होणार? येणार रे, अवकाश आहे थोडा अवकाश. Imagine if there's a war and the bombs are falling around you, will you do anything? No, but you cannot imagine that invisible virus that doesn't go into our mind. It's just postponing your dreams, protecting your dreams, probably changing your dreams and preserving your dream. And that is important. So there are some tips which we gave to all these people who are actually still working in these wards. Work in pairs. Ek Swayambhu. In the past, all Hindi movies had one hero. Now there are no one heroes. There are a team of heroes. They're all together. One hero has one heroine. Other hero has other heroine. They're all a team. The songs are all chorus songs. There's no one song, one boy going after one girl. That may be happening in BJ. I do not know. So work in pairs. Important to work in pairs. Shivya, there's a patient. हळू शिव्या दे काय रे चाय लागतो एवढं मी त्याला ऑक्सिजन देतो तरी पण मला तो रागवतो काय करायचं ब्लॅक ह्युमर इज ओके इन पेअर्स द वे वी अब्यूज our mother-in-laws but then we go and touch their feet also. Reframe carriers and aspiration, which I explained to you. Farewell is important for mental health. I'll tell you what. Of the patients who are going home, at least 1 out of 5, ask them, how do you feel? And they'll thank you profusely from their heart. Cardiac surgeons don't get as much gratitude after a patient recovers and goes as much as COVID doctors. And that appreciation is a mood lifter, very important. असं नाही ठीक आहे आमचं ड्युटी असं नाही म्हणायचं संपूर्ण अप्रिसिएशन घ्यायचं स्माइल द्यायचं आणि टाळी वाजवून थाली नाही टाळी वाजवून त्यांना टाटा करायचं. Very, very important. Don't only look at your failures. Look at your successes. And the successes are more than the failures. And when you say, how do you feel while you go? You'll find tears in their eyes. They'll thank you. They'll write to you. They'll bring gifts to you. But they are not important. But that when the eyes meet, when you say, how are you? The patient gets healed. And when she says, I'm all right, I thank you, you get healed. And that's how mental health also improves. Farewell, also escort, if you can, 1 out of 5 dead body till the ambulance. Not only the nurse. I know there's no time, but 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10. So these 2 activities help you to preserve yourself. Debriefing, Sandhya Kali, evening, sit down, not with that small glass, but with the big glass. Remember, no small glasses, immunity kami hoto, big glasses. And share how you feel about the day. Other day, a surgeon said, doctor, I work in the ICU, but the one fellow died. I don't think, no emotion. I become numb and I go to the other place. That's right, I said. But if you're numb all the time, you will suffer in a few months' time, and you'll need a gynecologist, you need a gastroenterologist, you need a psychiatrist. It's important to sit down in the evening, even for 10-15 minutes, and say, "Sala, evdo dukha sala, maza hospital madhe, April madhe 35 out of 49 patients died in my ICU." And when you share helplessness goes down. It doesn't multiply. When you share grief goes down. You come back for the next day, fighting again. Corona warriors are much more powerful than the warriors who are fighting China in the Galwan Valley. Appreciation. Many deans ask me, काय केलं पाहिजे आम्ही ऑफिसमध्ये बसतो, आम्ही जात नाही वॉर्डमध्ये, आमचं 55 वर्ष, आम्ही काय केलं पाहिजे? मी सांगितलं RMOs ना जेवण द्या, चांगलं जेवण is also a mood lifter. Mental health is not always about feelings, it's also about food. Keep your mess good, give good food, spend from your pocket and give good food. And at the same time, 3 things you should do, my dear Dean Sahib: appreciation, appreciation, and appreciation. No but and no pun. Pun and but vocabulary मध्ये काढून टाक. And family intervention, check with the family, call their spouses. Dean should call their spouses. If there's anything happening in the family which others can help, they should help, and keep in touch with their family, which is so important. Because if a dean calls up the mother of a resident, your son, I'm proud of your son, using fantastic words. The mother will become Jijabai and she will say, Shivaji, lage raho. And that I think is very important. This is how you solve this challenge. Again, this is a beautiful study, which is a meta-analysis of 35 studies across the country. South Asian countries, 41,402 participants. 41.3% were anxious, 34.1% were depressed, also because of lower socioeconomic class. This is one of the most important studies. But remember one thing, in disaster, as we have experienced, the symptoms can go on changing. And if we have to extrapolate our findings from other disasters, I do not want to. See, there are two important facets of this disaster and other disasters. Other disaster had one impact phase, earthquake, ala, zala. And then you have a post-impact phase. Here, the impact phase is continuous. And that is one important facet of the disaster. The second important facet is very important. That is, in the earlier disasters, they would say, Sagla devacha apale hatat kai ho. Fatalism was a coping mechanism. I still remember when I went to Jabalpur to evaluate a disaster in a tent. And I asked him, how do you feel? He said, kya kare sab, Bhagwan ke haath mein, sarkar bhi kya kare. Learned helplessness. But this is not a God-sent disaster. It is a disaster where science is more important than fatalism. Which is why when scientists told temples, mosques, and gurudwaras to close down, they closed down. So this disaster is more a disaster where science is the intermediary and not fatalism, which is very important for us to understand. Now, policy paralysis. No task force for mental health, as far as I know, in the state or in the center or any other state. And India wants to see physical apparatus, oxygen, important, ventilator, hospital, physical. But they do not understand that human infrastructure as mental health professionals are important. If we had equipment, samjho, a depression bomb, depression apparatus, where somebody can stand in front of the apparatus and get well, or an injectable intravenous high-end artificial intelligence mediated antidepressant, then probably they would have seen, because in India, unless you see physical things don't move. They do not understand that one man trained or one woman trained in mental health, psychologist or psychiatrist, speech therapist or speech therapist, any mental health professional can sit down and heal the mind without a scalpel, can heal the mind without a tube, can heal the mind without doing anything. And this understanding, appreciation of the skill is absent among mental health professionals. This is something we all should fight and ask for. Right to VK Paul, left, right, and center, and also right to Mr. Tope here and the task force, and of course, the famous health secretary Pradeep Vyas. Extremely important, and this is a challenge which we need to really take care of. So, my dear friends, country wanted more engineers, so we started many IITs. Country wanted more managers, but we started so many IIMs. Country wanted more hospitals where they could operate, so we started AIIMS. But we do not have psychiatrists and psychologists. Why is Institute of Mental Health not begun in different places? Critics tell me, why start so many IITs in abroad? Harvard is only one Harvard. There are no 10 Harvards. Stanford is only one Stanford. There are not 10 Stanford. But I'm not against that. I'm okay. I'm happy. In fact, I run a wellness course in one of the IITs. I'm happy for more IIMs. I'm happy for more IITs. I'm happy for more AM, but unless the software changes, that we need more psychologists, more speech therapists, more psychiatrists, and we need more institutes. They will say there are no teachers, but in the new IITs, the teachers from IITB, IITD, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Calcutta, IIT Bank, IIT Madras, these guys go and teach also, because government believes once we start the infrastructure, we can install professionals. So why not more Institute of Mental Health? We cannot manage mental health only with 8,000 psychiatrists and 6,000 psychologists. No, we cannot. So this push is something which is very important. This is a solution which we need to really fight for. Mental health task force I already talked about. My experience in the last slide, my experience in the post-COVID mental health treatment. Well, as I've said that I have been practicing live from day one. स्क्रीनमध्ये इल्लूश पेशंट बघून डिप्रेशनचं सुसाइडल इंटेंट समजत नाही. करत होतो प्रॅक्टिस. माझा मित्र आशिष सातपाळ एक्सपायर झाला त्या दिवशी प्रॅक्टिस केलं नाही मी. नाही वाटलं मला जायचं. I did not feel like going, but I continue practicing. I have fears. I have two elderly people, but I take precautions. I put both the mask. I alert myself all the time, and God has been kind that I'm still healthy. And I said that the best way to help my mental health is also to be a little more altruistic and help others to cope in the disaster. And as many saints have said, seva is also equivalent to improving mental health. Altruism is equal to improving mental health. A lot of people who are extremely tense, I ask them to join any activity which will help them actually to serve in some capacity. In some capacity, it could be monetary, it could be physical, it could be the hands and legs, it could be assisting a vaccination hospital. When you become a part of the solution of the pandemic, mental health improves. Mental health actually improves. If you become a part of the solution in a pandemic, mental health improves. And that is my experience. Training continues once a week in a school, twice a week with groups, different groups. I do not have all the answers, but I will share what I feel I have learned from my victims of the pandemic, from experiences in the disaster. Encourage all my mental professionals to do so. Started support groups. Keeps me mentally fit. And of course, policy interventions. In fact, the day before, you heard the Prime Minister speaking. We were pushing him to speak, but I would not say I'm responsible. It could be just a coincidence. Lastly, my dear friends, self-care. All doctors at BJ Medical doing extraordinary work. Many would have become positive. And let me tell you, my dear friends, I don't want to advise you because you are very experienced, very learned, and extremely informed. Small coffee table meetings in your departments, if you're going to the department, so important. Basoon gappa मारायचा, कट्ट्यावर गप्पा मारताना आपण हसतो, टेबलावर गप्पा मारताना आपण आपला भावना व्यक्त करतो. And so important to maintain yourself, that self-care. And it starts only when the HOD starts sharing first. Sharing starts from top, does not start from the bottom. You know, so many teachers in schools always tell the students, तुमको जो होता है मुझे बताओ ना. काय को बताएगा? तुमने बताया क्या? तुम्हारा कुछ? When teachers share their lives, which is appropriate for the age of the class, as much as they're comfortable, children also share. Sharing is two directional. So when the HOD sits and says, "Kaal mala maji काय सांगायचं माझी as close member of the family, I've admitted, but I'm very scared. She's on 40 liters oxygen. काय करायचं? And that's the time when a resident will feel it's a flat surface. We are human beings first. Intercontinental ballistic missiles are of no use today. Invisible virus has grounded all the missiles and all the guns. And that's the time the resident will talk. That's the time, if you have had any reservations or others would have any resentments, they both start talking without thinking about what happened in the past. And that's what self-care is all about. Self-care is not only about yoga, exercise, diet, sleep, and kindness. It's also about breaking hierarchies and sitting with a cup of coffee without this, Baba, without this, and really sharing, taking care of it. And this entire process of self-care, if HODs practice in the department, the residents will learn that lesson for life, and they'll practice with 1,000 groups across life, because when hierarchy breaks, bonding happens. With this, I would say, thank you, my dear friends, for inviting me. I stopped a little early so that I could answer a few questions if the organizers agree. My chairperson, Nitin Abhi, one of the best psychiatrists. Thank you, BJ Medical College and the Research Society for inviting me. Thank you for giving mental health the space it really deserves. And I hope that you continue doing it, because ultimately 1 out of 4 patients in your OPDs, whichever OPD, would be stressed and also depressed. This is my house. Dal var vagar salwa vagar vagar. Thank you.
Thank, thank you very much, sir. Let me share you some this thing in the research conference of BJ. In fact, mental health is given much importance because ours is the only lecture which is lasting for 1 hour. If we see all the lectures are lasting for only for half an hour, so I think it started with the BJ only. So I would like to thanks the organizers for giving the due importance to the mental health, which was missing everywhere, as Shetty sir has rightly pointed. Along with that, sir, let me tell you what we are doing at the BJ. We have started one psychological helpline at the our departmental levels called as Manasavad helpline from the 31st March 2020. It's almost more than 1 year we are running the helpline with the help of residents and our students and faculties. And right now we are getting almost 15 to 20 calls per day from the Marathi speaking areas, and they are addressing, and we are trying to address as much as possible. As I said, we are trying to reach out in direct way. And also, sir, like to add with your discussion, one more point, we are also trying to give the grief therapies to the relatives of the people who have lost their near and dear ones. So we are in the process to get the annuity approval so that we can get the contact details. And we, as a psychiatrist or resident, they will call them, and maybe we can share the experiences and let they make more compatible and more this to mentally more stronger to deal with this pandemic, because it is going on. Let's say it's 1 year it's still going on. We don't know how much it will last and how the things will be. So I think these are the things which are doing at our institute and our level. So maybe like this is what I want to like share with you things. Maybe like organizers, if they want, or if there are any questions from anyone, maybe like Shetty will be more than happy to answer those questions.
Sir, this is Dr. Kenika here.
Arti, bola, bola.
First of all, want to thank you for such a wonderful lecture. And you brought about one thing about the surgeons and the orthopedic surgeons. Padma Sen, why are you not asking a question there to sir? Because you keep on complaining, my surgery hot nahi manun. So sir will answer. So sir, that is the main thing which is bothering actually the surgical branches, and I agree with them, sir. So what should be done? We had a lecture yesterday from orthopedic surgeon in UK. They are having same issues. So what pep talk can be given to the residents in surgery and orthopedics?
Thank you, Arpitai. I'll just say one thing, that their grouse is genuine, and we need to acknowledge that very genuinely. But we also would like to show them where are they in the context of things today. Context. And what is the actual context? Context is at this point of time in their life. Some people say, "Atta asa ka zhala, wai मी MS करताना असं काय झालं थोडं 2-4 वर्ष अगोदर किंवा 2-4 वर्षानंतर." That is one thing it comes. But I asked them, how do you feel about the pandemic? Exploratory understanding is more important than giving them rara talks. The exploratory understanding is helping them to share their deepest feelings and deepest anguish, and acknowledging them that they're true helps them to open the deepest crevices of their mind. And when the unconscious mind is completely open, and when we are in a trance state, we drop 1 or 2 sentences. It goes very deep, and that is, your life and your dreams are postponed. Your parents also are safe inside the house. They're not going out. And what you are doing is Ishwari Karya. And that cannot be said in the first sentence. Huh? But when they share their emotions from the deepest crevices, and we acknowledge them without interruption. And this is true. Ha Ishwari Karya ahets. A lot of them are absolutely not connected with what is happening. They're only focused on their future. मला फेलोशिप मिळाली होती, मी गेलो नाही. अहो, तुमचं नातेवाईक वारले, तुमचं घरचं अवतीभवती तुझा मित्र पण वारला असेल, तुमचे किती लोक हॉस्पिटलमध्ये आहेत. हा प्रसंग is 1 in 100 years. In the second wave, in the last pandemic, 20 million Indians died. And when you enter a discussion, we are able to help them understand, help them grieve, and also help them, also actually show them that what they are doing is something which is lifelong learning, both as a doctor and both as a human being. And everything what they're supposed to do might come a little later. There will be difficulties. You cannot meet your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Your marriage is postponed. Actually, if you marry now, it is best because the cost is very less, especially girls. Your parents can give you everything on FD. Cost is very less. But the point is, you will become a diamond out of a coal. And that cannot be only told as a chest thumping talk, but that also, dear RPG, if you can allow them to talk to Baba Sahib Amte's son, Prakash Amte, or others who have really lived that life, they are also able to touch there. So if you can bring others, because they see you all the time and they see the head of the department all the time. So the impact at times is less, but exploration and sharing of lives of others from our profession can change and shift the thinking. But sometimes there's one or two guys who say, "Tumhara to sab acha ho gaya, hamara ka hai, hamara kya?" I would say उसके साथ खाना खाने का थोड़ा दूर बैठकर उसका थोड़ा रैंट सुनने का, कंधे पर हाथ करने का और बोलने का, जब तू कोविड वार्ड में काम करते वक्त वो एक पेशेंट जब घर जाता है तो वो तेरे को थैंक यू बोलते हैं, उसका एहसास भी नहीं है उसको, क्योंकि he's blocked everything and he's converted sadness into sympathy and pity. Why me? Sadness sadness is a positive emotion. Experience it, exhaust it. I think these are the small things which I think we should be doing, but we may not be able to really help everybody. But once out of a group of 20 RMOs, 3 or 4 understand the context, they will actually infect the others with the same attitude. And so that's out. But the parents are also very important. How parents speak to the kids are also very important. Parents say, काय झालं आता आपलं सगळं फॅमिली USA मध्ये आहे, तो दामले तिथे आहे, तो आपटे तिथे आहे, जाधव पण तिथे आहे, तूच काय ते अटकलंय. So it's important to have a family Zoom meeting of all the workers, all the RMOs. And so through this interventions, which are not book interventions, exploration, sharing, and inspiration, something. Also, ma'am, Aarti ma'am, you would have also had difficulties in your life. Also, as a doctor, as a young woman, as you grew, sharing of your resilience stories of the past also helps them understand the context much better. So an evolved HOD who's willing to not talk about her glories, but her stories would always help. Thank you for that question, Aarti.
Thank you, sir. Padma Sen.
Dr. Harish Shetty, sir, I am Dr. Padma Sen Ranbagle. We were on contact on WhatsApp. So I would like to say here that Sir is an excellent extempore orator. He has elaborated effectively on the need of state and national level mental health task force. He has also elaborated on challenges in PG teachings which are at present very much bothering the MARD residents and other people. He has made a point about disparity of facilities available to the masses. We should keep in mind that COVID not only affects a single person, but a family and a society at large in both physical and mental health problems. Nonetheless, as mental health support is an ongoing process, and the approach which Sir advocated, that reach out to people rather than waiting for people to reach, is really going to make a difference in this COVID pandemic. And last but not the least, the other theory which Sir advocated during the lecture, the big glass theory in the evening for sharing, will nonetheless help the healthcare provider to overcome the stress during this period. I would like to thank Dr. Harish Shetty sir and would request him to accept the felicitation on behalf of 47th annual conference of the Research Society of BJ Medical College, Pune. Harish Shetty sir is now going to be a frequent visitor for our national conference because this is second time he is deliberating on our annual conference. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank Pankti for helping with my slides, Indrani for accepting my slides, and Dr. Rahul to remind me all the time. They said, should I call you at 10:30 in the morning? I said, I'm not taking Tonepezil or Memantine yet, and I will remember to come at 10:30.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.